Hey, this is Eric with ericdieter.com. I'm living my life from the inside out and helping you do the same. Have you ever had one of those days? One of those days when one thing goes wrong and then the rest of the day seems to spiral out of control? I had one of those this week, and I'm going to show you how to fix it coming right up. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I want to invite you, click below on the subscribe and the bell for the notifications. That way you won't miss out on anything new. You know how it is to have one of those days, right? You've had it happen before. I had it happen this week. I went to make coffee. I put the grounds in. I put the water in. The thing I didn't do was put the pot in. And so when the coffee began making, it ran all over the counter. I was off doing something else. I looked over and there was coffee everywhere. That was how my day started. Then I went on, drove to the store, went in, came back, my keys were missing. I thought, did I drop them in the store? Did they fall off? What happened? And I panicked. I was like, what am I going to do? I can't drive my car without the keys. The keys were sitting in the seat. I kept going through my day and I got to the job and I unpacked everything and I got ready to go do what I had to do. And one of the main tools that I was going to use that day, I left it at home. Oh, it's so frustrating. Have you ever had that happen where you have one thing happen and it seems like another thing happens and it's just like your whole day seems to go down the toilet? Now, it used to be that when things like this would happen, when I'd start having one of those days, I began to talk to myself going like, oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. I'm so forgetful. I'm so just, why can't I do better than that? Those negative thoughts came in and just flooded my day. And what happened was I ended up having a bad day. But this time it didn't happen to me. I didn't have a crappy day. It didn't spiral out of control. My day wasn't in the toilet. I had just 3 things that went wrong in the beginning of my day. It made me feel bad. Of course, it would make anybody feel bad. I had a mess to clean up. I had to fix the problem, fix my forgetfulness. But I didn't start talking to myself saying, I always do this. I'm so forgetful. I just can't believe that I can't get my mind focused. I was distracted. And instead, my self-talk was, oh, this thing went wrong. That thing went wrong. Maybe I need to reevaluate what I'm doing today and focus a little bit more, pay more attention. Maybe I've got too many things on my mind and I need to bring my attention back and focus here. I didn't tell myself I always do this because I don't always do that. I do it sometimes. I get distracted sometimes. But there are a lot of times that I have perfectly great days. I'm very organized, have everything, all my ducks in a row. If I say those kinds of things to myself over and over when things go wrong, not only does it ruin that day, but it makes me much more likely to do it again in the future because whatever I say I am perpetuates itself in my life. That's why my self-talk, that's why your self-talk is so important. That's what I talk about when I talk about living from the inside out. The things that I say, the things that I think create the kind of day that I have. And I'll have a bad day. I'll have a bad part of a day. I'll have a few things that may go wrong. But I've learned, don't let self-talk make those things a permanent part of my life. They crop up every once in a while when I'm not paying attention. And if several of them crop up, it's a signal to me for that day. It's like, oh, I need to refocus. I need to refocus and pay more attention to what I'm doing and not be off thinking about some other thing. Focus on what I'm doing and make that day as good as possible. I got my act together. The rest of the day went fine. And I've had a pretty good week overall because I focused my self-talk. That's so important. Learn how to talk to yourself in a way that you would talk to other people because most of the time, you and I, we say things to ourselves that we'd punch somebody else in the mouth for if they said it to us out loud. So don't think negative about yourself. Make your self-talk encouraging to yourself, and it will help you not have those days. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, click subscribe below, and I will see you next time.